What about New York? Oh, shaky poo-poo.
Shaky. And we're off.
Honestly, I might have just turned it off. All right, where do you put the thing?
What thing? The mic? You had it last.
Oh, it's under my nuts. Are you guys turned on?
Yeah. Testing.
All right, guys.
I'm doing a demo thing real quick. Go ahead and introduce them.
We're gonna still be gone. Welcome to the podcast. First one in a while on the way to Myrtle Beach. We have Dayton Sack with us.
How we doing, guys?
What's up? And then we have Be Nasty
Be Nasty is back for another.
back
Yep.
on the podcast.
Yeah.
Our first ever second time guest.
What can I say? You guys liked me so much.
Turns out Be Nasty's coming back for a 5th year.
I am coming back for a 5th year.
Tell us about that decision, Mimo.
Well, pretty much just came down to here or ISU, and when I was looking at it, I think I could develop a little more like spiritually into my faith here, and getting the MBA here would also expand some of my opportunities in the job market, and I just feel like God was calling me to stay here, so that's kind of why I chose here.
Solid. Did you say any of that in your interview?
In which interview?
Like
The NBA one.
Yeah, NBA interview.
Go back.
No, I didn't say any of that.
What did you say?
In my MBA interview,
Yeah.
I did talk about like how much the campus community meant to me, and like how I would like to continue to develop it. So that was true.
That's why I should have came back for a 6th year.
You still can. Oh, no, you can't.
Oh.
My bad. You got it.
Botterbur's in the pond going up, down.
Sorry, some Florida Georgia line popped on.
I'm it, guys.
All good.
6-year Caleb.
6-year Caleb.
So yeah, Caleb, what are you doing for this next year?
This next year, I'm either going to be moving to Washington with my brother, because he's a firefighter there, or I'm going to be just sticking around the Decatur area. Just going to be applying to a few jobs. Not really sure. Just got to pray about it and,
Fair.
yeah.
Tell me what, as of right this second, what would Washington look like? Give me a brief synopsis of what Washington would look like and Decatur would look like. And which one do you think you would prefer? As of right this moment.
well,
I guess it's hard to say no praying, but like.
There's pros and cons to
Pretty
both.
basic.
Washington would be cool because obviously there's mountains and stuff like that, and there's like cool hiking stuff. Not that we don't have that here, but it would be an opportunity to live with my brother, my twin brother, for like 1 to 2 years. We get real close with him and just find a job there. I feel like it'd gain a lot of experience, and then I feel like the easy choice would be to stay here, just because I have a whole community here. I have friends, family. Just stay. I would live at home probably for a little bit, find a job, help coach the track team. So I guess why there's a lot of pros and cons, but like leaving is definitely the harder option, but also I feel like I could grow the most. So, yep. That's That's it.
Dayton, what's your next year consist of?
Just back at Milliken. It's not really going to be that different from my past year, but
Just like the year after that, right? Not much change.
Hey, wait, let's
Yeah,
get this on the internet. How fast did our 4x4 run?
we ran 3:13.
Hey.
Some slight.
Although we did not make it to nationals, we still ran really fast.
We beat the previous old school record that was before we set it by 3 seconds.
Yep.
3+ seconds.
Yo.
Yeah, man. Just got a bunch of dogs.
What was your split, Dayton?
Allegedly, my split was 47-4.
Ooh,
Allegedly.
this man is fast. What
You
do have?
should have seen the race. He was out front for the entire race. Yeah, he exchanged the baton at similar spots with a couple other teams, but he was dogging most of the other race though.
In lane 9 too.
Yes, lane 9. No one was in front of him. He just was booking it.
Do you have any thoughts, Dayton, about next year? Like, are you even thought about how fast you think you want to run, or is that just not? Are you not thinking about that right now?
I've for sure thought about it. I just want to keep showing improvement. I feel like I've shown improvement in my 400 times every year
Facts.
that I've ever done track, and I'm really I fear plateauing. That's like something that every athlete feel like fears, and I just want to improve more, get to another level.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see what you run next year. See that 4. Are you guys gonna change the order of the 4x4? You think? Or are you gonna always be first?
We've had me and Jake have had a few talks about this and what we think and what him and Ben think it's going to be. It sounds like as of right this absolute moment, Dayton is more than likely going to start opening because he is such a good opener that is like, pointless to not
Yeah.
like start that strong of a race. But at the same time, I think at least one race during the entire season would be indoor or out or both. He needs to anchor a leg just because it's like you can't not have him anchor.
Yeah.
The two talks right now, of what it seems to be, is Dayton to either Ostis or Emmett, and then to Nolan, I guess Ostis, Emmett, or Nolan, Ostis, Emmett, Nolan, whoever ends up getting the spots, 3 or 2 and 3, and then me anchoring, or the other conversation was keeping Dayton 1, me 2, and then either Ostis or Nolan 3,
Yeah.
and then possibly an Emmett at 4.
See,
Dang.
the only issue I have with that is like, say me and you, we get this crazy lead,
I know
but the other legs run bad because they're just so far out front. They don't have any like adrenaline or anything.
True.
That's the only thing that worries me
I agree.
with that lineup.
The only thing is also, so I think until we leave Milliken, you're gonna have still probably compete against them a lot your senior year and watch you, but like Wesleyan's gonna be there with us.
Oh
From,
yeah, for
from
sure.
until all of next year. I have no question on that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, other than them though, like I don't see us regularly seeing like a ton of competition. If that makes sense.
True.
So obviously we face Wesleyan a good amount, but like we very rarely see their A team. I feel like, because it's like for whatever reason we see it a little bit more indoor than outdoor. But
Yeah, I like the idea of you last calling.
I mean the only time I ever anchored was indoor when Jake wasn't there, and it was you two, 1, 2, Emmett 3 to me,
Yeah.
and I split a 48-8 indoors,
Yeah.
and I've never done that before,
That's
other
fine.
than on a flat 300 track, which I don't really count. Yeah, it's like a crazy.
In 1 mile, use the right lane to take exit 84, I-71 south,
All I want to see is I want to see a Dayton anchor. We know he's a good starter, but you can't knock it till you try it
No,
first.
I
Yeah,
think
I want to see
In
that.
high school, I ran anchor all through high school.
I have no question that I want to see it. If I'm being honest with you, I think Dayton is the best anchor because it seems, or best starter because it seems like he's going to split a 47 whether he's on first leg or last leg.
Well, imagine the last leg then.
True. But I mean, he was second leg, which is like a relatively same split as
Yeah.
last,
And that was windy.
and he's still split in the 47s.
No, I think it was 48 low.
48.
Yeah, because that was the day that everyone was running slow because it was
Indeed.
awful weather.
Okay. Well, you ran a 47 conference, though, right? And
Yeah.
you were 1. No, I was 1.
Yeah, you were one.
Yeah,
That
I
was
was
that's
right
what they were
to
talking
exit
Yeah.
84, I-71 south, I-75
And so-
south toward Lexington, Louisville.
It's one of those things that
Then use the right lane
obviously
to
you're
stay
gonna
to
be
the right
you're gonna be
to
I think
I-71
faster
south,
off of an open,
I-75 south
but like
toward
with
Lexington,
the way that you run the
Louisville.
race, you're gonna get it hard no matter what.
Yeah.
So even if it be out of blocks, that, for example, if like
Use
I've
the
gone out of
right
blocks
lane
and
to
I've only
stay to
gotten
the
like
right
49
to
low.
I-71
Where
south, I-75 south toward Lexington, Louisville.
My bad, I got you.
Driving.
Yeah. Where it's like the time can come from. It's like if you're gonna split a 47 no matter what, may as well do it in the open because that's the hardest one to split 47 in.
That's true.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But I 100% want to see some races with you, Anger, because I think our group can run fast no matter what.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If I end up running my race the way that I like properly should, I think I'm not going to split 47. You know, yes, I will. Next year I'll be able to. But like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
It's like,
I'm open to anything really.
honestly, whatever makes us run fast.
I just
Can you tell
know
me
it's gonna be
how
me
far
and you.
left I need to get? So like, am I exiting on the left lane, or is it just stay left?
You just stay on this main road.
Perfect.
Directionally
Just
challenged.
make sure you don't take a ramp
That's it.
off.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that one meant. Thank you.
Yeah, Colin. The only thing I like really want to see is like me and you going first and last.
I think
Facts, dude.
Especially just like experience wise.
Use the left
I
two
think that'd
lanes
be
to
good.
stay to the left.
I think now pretty much, not obviously it's like nationals would have been
Stay to the
fantastic,
left to
to go
I-71
compete
south,
and just get like a little bit more
I-75
experience
south
at
toward
the biggest
Lexington,
stage.
Louisville.
But at the same time, it's like there's almost more pressure at a last chance meet because it's like, oh, you have to qualify compared
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Natty's meet where it's like you can show up and be like, I'm content. But
I think we would have ran even faster at Natty's. I'm not gonna lie.
it's gonna be aggravating going and watching it and being like, oh, like we could have possibly became All-American if we just qualified.
Yeah.
Because like some teams are gonna drop out.
That's how it was indoor.
I know.
Indoor was upsetting.
Yeah. All right, BMO, you kind of went crazy at conference. How much did you PR by?
In the 10K,
Yeah.
I PR'd by like 40 seconds.
That's insane. Did it feel a lot harder? Or did it like?
The 10K actually felt like pretty easy. Like going, dude.
Oh!
8 minutes to
Dude,
we're gonna die.
I-75 south.
Going into the last mile, I was talking to the guy next to me, so that felt pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were you like trash talking?
No,
What's
like,
up, buddy?
so what happened is there was
Humble, bro.
a group of us, pretty much probably from mile like 2 to 5, of like 4 or 5 of us, and there were others that would like drop off slowly. So there was like a bigger group and slowly drop off, but there was the main like core like 4, and so it was me, this North Central guy, a Carthage guy, and a Carroll guy. These 4. The other 3 guys were having a little fun time to doing a little far. Like they were just sprinting for a bit, and then they come right back to me, and I was just holding my pace. So they would take turns sprinting and matching each other's paces, and it was mainly the North Central guy trying to keep those 2 guys away from his North Central boys. So he was messing with them, and so me and the North Central guy take a little bit of a gap on the other 2, and I just look at him. I'm like, dude, you're making this race really interesting. And he's like, yeah, I just like to make it fun. And he gives me a fist bump. And then he proceeds to sprint for like 200 meters because this guy is insanely fit, and they're just trying to score points. He wasn't trying to win or anything. So yeah, I felt good. And then the 5K was weird. I like was really tired. I started out in 17, and then I just worked my way through. There were a couple points I thought I was going to drop off because I was just so dead. And then I got a huge burst of energy, 500 left. I gapped my pack, put myself in 4th, and there was heavy wind on the backstretch, so I knew I had a gap before the backstretch to have a shot. I did, and I ended up closing at 62.
That's fire.
Looking back, though, I was only like 10 seconds off the leader, and I wish I had started my kick, quote-unquote, a mile to go, because I could have maybe won or got a medal. So
that'd be awesome.
In retrospect, like I wish I had done more sooner, because I didn't know how close the top 3 were, and then I saw how close they were, and I got a little mad, but it is what it is.
That's sick though. But I feel like it's weird running like that. It even happens to me when I'm just like, you think you're really tired, but like you said, you get that random burst of energy. Like, you know, I wonder if that's like in that race. I've never had it in a race because I don't really race long distance, but like, is it like adrenaline or like what is it?
Some of it's adrenaline. Like you hear the crowd roaring. Like for me, I'm typically a guy who will clutch up when I need to. Like you'll always see me perform at the conference and at cross country like regional meets. Like that's just what I do. I'm known for that. So that is part of it. I was
clutch gene.
I got the clutch gene, bro. Like when I need to put out, I put out for the team. I put out for the boys.
That's facts.
I don't have the clutch gene at nationals yet. Hopefully we change that this year. But that's always the choke gene.
Yeah.
So like Colin was kind of saying, maybe I get complacent at nationals. I don't know what it is, but I can't be. I gotta want it a little more this year, I guess.
Fire.
So.
How was the ankle at conference?
Actually not too bad. I was a little worried warming up for the 5K, but I didn't feel it. So.
5K was second day, right?
5K was second day. 10K was Friday, and 5K was Saturday.
How's it right now?
It hurts. It's weird. It like hurts a decent amount, but also like I can run on it just fine. So I don't really know what to think.
Yeah. So did you take a week off of running?
I took a week off, and then I went every other week.
Did that help?
Every other day.
Every other day, not every other week. Every other day. Thank you. I mean, it helped in the moment. I don't know. I feel like my ankle's slowly getting better, but not like a lot. Hey, we're in Mount Zion. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. We might go see a second opinion on my ankle, see if we can get it fixed before cross.
Is this at a Pat or is this at a
this way, someone else. Like Pat's doing a great job. I just nothing's really fixed anything. So, and there's a guy in my town that like really quickly fixed one of my long-term injuries a couple years ago. So I might go see him.
Maybe just need to like more ankle like strengthening or something.
That's what we've been doing a lot with Pat. Like we've been doing a lot of balance, a lot of like toe raises. We use this thing called a voodoo band. I don't know if you guys have ever used it. Have you guys ever used it?
Oh yeah.
You have? Okay. Well, those who haven't, it's this black band that he'll like tightly wrap around whatever you're trying to do. For me, it's my ankle, so he'll go around my ankle and up to my calf, and it cuts off like the circulation to your foot pretty much. So it doesn't have good blood flow, and it like he says it like makes the muscles like compact together and rub against each other, just like different type of stimulation. So like he makes me do these different exercises with my ankles with it on, and then do it again with it off. And whenever it comes off, it feels really loose, which is really nice. So I love the new band. It hurts.
It pulls all your hair out too.
Yeah, it does pull the hair a little bit. Sure.
I didn't realize. I saw Pat one time, and that just was the last time I see him for a while.
That's sad.
I meant to say bye, and then I kind of just forgot.
I forgot to text him. He told me to keep him updated after the last chance to meet.
Same. Fair enough. Maybe I'll text him one of these days here soon and just say thank you for always helping out. Oh wow.
Sorry, for context, we just saw like I don't know what you call it, like
a wire.
a wire and a semi just spinning. Anyway, what else is there to talk about? The last podcast was what? December?
Well, it was in the hot tub.
The Hot Tub Podcast.
So yeah, before Christmas.
Yeah.
So what has happened since Christmas?
A lot
The
of
entire
stuff.
track season.
Pretty much. Oh, I know something that happened. Mimo, would you like to tell?
I could tell. So, February 13th, BMO's just trotting along, enjoying his day. The boys playing Monopoly at the house. BMO comes back from some studying, comes back, and his friend Jake, he gets a call. Jake gets a call from this girl named Elis Hewitt. And she's like, oh, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, and there was this like a blind dating thing or like blind setup thing that one of our track teammates was like putting on across the university where you can sign up and she'd put you on a blind date for Valentine's Day. She was not a fan of her blind date, who I will remain anonymous. If you know, you know. And so Elis was like, man, like she was really bummed, just looking for someone to go on a little casual little date with. And so we're sitting there and chatting, like, oh, who would be good? And Jake's kind of feeding her names. And low key in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna get brought up because I'm a single guy. And then my name gets brought up, and I'm like, guys, not really. Like, I kind of know this girl. I don't think she has the best opinion of me. And then he sends the name to Elis, and Elis kind of gives the little side eyes. And then she's like, that could fit the vibe. And then I was like, oh, crap. And so they all like convinced me. And at the time, we all thought her friend was in on it. She was not actually in on it, so she had no idea any of this was going on. So when I sent the email the next day, I had to ask her out through email. My school email to her school email. So I said, date, ? That was the title. And I said, what did I say? I know I have like a vague recollection. I said, hey, I heard you're looking for a hot date. I can fill out, if you're willing to settle for just a date, I'm your guy. And I said, let's talk. And I gave her my Snapchat. And then I waited.
1 mile.
I waited.
Use the left 3 lanes to continue on I-75 south.
Thanks, honey.
Okay, thanks, hon. And then finally I got an email back Wednesday at 11, Valentine's Day, for those who were wondering. And she goes, I'm very intrigued by your proposition. And I was like, she didn't know, did she? And so I got mad at Elis because I thought she was in on it. So now, granted, I didn't look like an idiot sending an email date, but I did. Whatever. It is what it is. And then she was like, I don't use Snapchat, unfortunately, so here's my number. So I got her number. And then we decided to go on a date to this lovely Thai place called Anna Thai. Funny enough, Brock got set up with a date from, so this
Continue
girl
on I-75 south.
This girl I went on a date with is in a sorority, or I guess she graduated.
We're on this road for 486 miles.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
We don't gotta do anything now. So this girl's in a sorority. My friend Brock, who you guys may have heard of, I don't think you guys have seen much of him, but you've heard of him, maybe on the vlogs. I don't know how much vlogs he got on, but he got set up a date with this girl named Bella from that sorority as well. So they also were going to the same spot, but they were going an hour later. So we sat down, we ate, and then him and his date come in. They sit down and like we kind of slap at each other. But then we kind of stick to our own dates, and we get to a point where like we finished our food, and she looks at me and she's like, "Hey, I don't want this date to end." She initially asked if we wanted to get drinks, but I was like, "I don't really drink," and I was like, "Ice cream instead." So we went and got ice cream, and because I was so charming, she wanted to continue to date. And then from then on, we just kind of like, we talked a little bit. 2 days later, well, actually not 2 days, a couple days later, she asked me to like go get coffee at the river, which I'd never done, but I don't like coffee, so I got tea. And then she slaughtered me in this freaking word game called Bananagrams. I hate that game. I suck at it. But she slaughtered me in that. And then we kind of like kept going on little dates here and there that were fun. I was like, this is kind of like, because we were both seniors. I'm staying another year, which I didn't know at the time. But she definitely wasn't and isn't. And I was like, I don't think it's gonna like be a long-term thing. Like we can kind of be friends. And then she's a very forward person, so she just kind of drops a bunch of bombs on me, always asking these questions. And she kept asking me. All right, so pretty much she hits me with the "What are we?" a couple times, and I just I give her the, "Oh, I don't know how far this is gonna go afterwards." Blah blah blah. Like this is probably like late February, early March when I'm giving her this, and then she's like, "Okay, I understand." And then she asked me to the formal, the sorority formal, and I said, "Yeah, sure, like that would be fun and funny because of my history with this sorority, or at least the people in this sorority. I don't have like a bad history. I just I wrote a very specific paper that a lot of them did not appreciate. Whatever, I'm proud of the paper. Anyways,
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Anyways, and then so I go to the formal. The formal was fun. Like it was right after track meets. Like me and my friend Cordis, who has a girlfriend in the sorority, drove straight from the track meet to the formal. I sprinted up to the formal with like only a minute to spare. That was fun, and we did the formal night. And then she hit me with the "What are we?" again. After that, I was like, "Oh, great! I have to answer this." And I just like was like, you know, I'm willing to like just keep hanging out with you until school ends, but I just don't see it going much past school. And then more and more, I was like, all right, I got some feelings for this girl. And then she hit me with the do you want to continue this or not? A couple weeks ago, and I knew this conversation had to have had. So we had a nice long conversation. I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, we can try it out. So now I have a girlfriend that lives in Kentucky for the summer.
Aw, do you miss her already?
I do miss her.
That's so cute.
So
That's
she's
your love
living in
story.
Kentucky for the summer, like back at home.
Yes.
What is her plans after that?
I'm getting a call. But her plans after that are to go to New York, which will be very difficult.
Speaking
Hey.
of that, it's Cordis.
Yeah, it's Chorus. I'm going to take this Chorus call real quick.
All right, let's see what Chorus has to
Chorus.
say.
One sec. Sorry, say that. What'd you say?
How's your car doing?
My car's doing great. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Cordis.
I'm at work. I'm kind of sad I didn't go with you guys, but I just want to check in out the cruiser. I just got off the phone with Brock.
You just got off the phone with Brock. Are you missing us so much?
He misses Brock.
Yeah, I thought about making a big long travel post about how Brock is the only person to complete the spectator triple crown of cross, indoor, and outdoor natties as a spectator, but
That's true. Brock is the real fan here.
Hey, Chorus, you know your name's spelled wrong in BMO's phone?
Is it? It is. I didn't realize that.
wow, at
That's
least I have the contact name. Most people are just a number.
That's true.
Yeah,
Most
that's
people
true.
are just a number. Of course, you were actually just getting talked about.
What were you saying?
You're actually live on a podcast right now.
Yeah.
You actually are live on a podcast.
Oh, is it Caleb's?
Yeah, we are currently
Caleb
in process.
Collins.
Yeah, in the process.
Yeah. Can you ask me a question for the podcast?
Oh, who has a question for him?
Cordis, what is your favorite Milliken memory?
My favorite Milliken memory, I would say indoor natties is up there. Watching Kyle win natties, that was pretty special.
Don't want to elaborate anymore.
I mean, some other like top ones would be like some of those mornings on Jammerin where I had a good tempo.
Oh.
I don't know.
What's a funny moment? Like, if someone says, tell me a funny thing that happened here at Milliken, like, what's the first memory that comes to your head?
Probably the baseball house incident would be up there.
If you know, you know.
Cordis, do you regret that at all, or would you do it again?
Oh, I'd do it again.
You're not going to elaborate anymore, okay?
Is that what started the whole thing, or like how long?
No. We had been talking for like 2 months before that.
Okay, that's
like talking
Yeah.
as in like you guys knew you were going to date, or was it just kind of like a flirty, like,
No, we knew what was gonna happen.
okay, okay, fair.
nice.
Coors had plans to exactly when to ask her out in his calendar.
Did you actually?
No. I'm like the lore master and the future seer master.
Future seer master.
You know, I thought
So, Coors, are you gonna get married to her?
Just taking it day by day.
I thought you were the future seer master.
You
No,
can't
that
foresee
was
that.
just a bit. You know, lore master.
Curtis, if you're the future seer master, tell us a bit of information of someone in the car for the future. There's BMO,
The car.
Colin, Dayton, and Caleb.
Yeah. Your biggest prediction out of us
Yeah.
four.
Biggest, boldest, whatever prediction.
I see in BMO's future him living in a big city for at least 1 year.
My god. This freaking guy.
All right, I gotta go.
Wait, Cordis.
But-
I have one more thing. Your favorite memory wasn't meeting Elis?
No.
All right, that's all I need. Bye,
Should we
Cordis.
call Elis?
Oh, wait, Curtis, do you still have my promise ring?
We could call Elis. I don't know if I have her number.
What a part of the podcast, just seeing what people have to say.
Just calling people?
Yeah.
Last time Eliz was called on this car ride for the Virginia one,
Crazy
BMO
thing
knows
that-
what happened.
I'm going to ask her for a number real quick.
Riz?
Stole a poster, now you're going to steal her.
That's true. I did steal Elis' poster. A few days ago, we went to SAE Courses Fraternity. We were taking a little tour. Like, it was not the nicest place, I'm not going to lie. But we went into his room, and he has this long closet, and there's just this gigantic poster of high school Elis. And so I instantly knew I had to take it. So I folded it up, shoved it in my pants, and walked out. And I now have a poster of Elis, and we are going to put we are going to put it in our bathroom in our new house. when we
Oh,
move
yeah.
in.
I thought it was hilarious. I saw you took that. All of a sudden, like, nobody, I don't know how Cordis knew, but all of a sudden he's like, what did you take, BMO? And then he just sprints. And they keep sprinting until we can't see them anymore.
Yeah,
it was just hilarious.
I sprinted back to the house. I outran Cordis in my slides with the poster in my hand.
Yeah. And then we ended up in the woods, and then we had no idea where they were. Then people finally
You just got to appear.
came.
Responded.
Who else is a good person we can call on this trip?
Is Jessel starting his mile? When's his mile thing start?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
9, he's doing it. Like right around
I
now.
forgot.
Is Jessel working?
No.
Should I call Ali's
Oh, he does
mom?
work today. It's not, that'd be so weird.
For those that don't
She would
know,
probably answer, but that'd be so weird.
That'd be so funny.
Jessel's running a mile every hour for 24 hours, I think starting at 9 p.m.
I
tonight.
forgot he was doing that.
Oh, Jerry's is joining him.
Jerry is
For some of it, yeah.
That's like 3 miles, I think he said.
Who else could we call? Or do we have anything else we could talk about right now?
So I guess what I was asking was, so our plan is Kentucky, and it's to move to New York City, or is like she's just gonna kind of move there like without any plans, like of intention, or she's gonna wait till she gets something?
So right now, she's looking for jobs like in her Kentucky area for the summer to save up money.
Okay.
And then once she has enough money, which she hopes to be by August and September, and her brother's pretty nice. He's up a whole like financial help thing, like for saving money for her, so that'll help her. She's gonna move to New York, and she said she's gonna spend at the minimum 5 years trying to pursue her dreams. Which she said she would love to join the Rockettes. I think they are. It's one of the very popular.
Those like the kicky things.
Are they? Does anyone know?
The what?
The kicky, like they do
The
that.
Rockettes.
Ooh,
The cakey?
the kicky.
Kiki, they
Oh.
did the kick line.
Yeah, the kick.
Oh, cakey. Cakey.
Maybe. I don't know. She said like the Rockettes, and like it's not common for you to make it on your first try. So like she can give it at least 5 years. That's her dream job. But like she'll be applying to like a bunch of the like different theater or dance groups in like New York to try to get something.
Fire.
So yeah, that's her like current plan. But she's always said like she doesn't know like what she's gonna do or where she's gonna end up. Like she loves nature and stuff, which I was like found it contradictory because she like once she
Live in
was
New York.
live in New York, but she absolutely loves nature. So like those are two very polarizing things. So it's just interesting.
They got Central Park with some trees, don't they?
yeah, some trees.
Eh.
So we'll see what happens. I think she said minimum 5 years in New York. So we'll see. That's her plan.
We shall see.
Calling any women in your life?
Negative amounts of women in my life.
Not even Duncan woman.
I thought you guys
No.
switched the narrative.
Negative.
We're working on switching the narrative.
Eh.
It's not gonna happen overnight, right? We don't run the 4x4 until December. So,
It's true.
the two powerhouses of the 4x4 have to be taken.
Operation Switch the Narrative is in full effect.
That is so
all we
good.
can say.
Date any women in your life?
Hey, bro, it's Operation Switch the Narrative.
Hey, Big Bro stole his girl.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy. Oh, I'm very okay with that. Incredibly okay, actually.
He broke them in. It's okay.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! You might have to cut that one.
It's big bro, little bro.
Oh my
He taught her what he was gonna be like.
That is
That's not that crazy. I'm not referencing anything.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
well. Hey, I mean, Caleb, how's you and Grace gonna work out in the next couple of years?
You know what? I'm gonna go a step farther in this Cordis prediction, guys. Bimo and Caleb might live together
In New York.
in New York.
Shit, I'd live with Caleb.
Oh, that could be fire.
I'd live with Caleb.
I don't know. Like Demo said, I'm taking it day by day.
You also gotta to pay for an apartment in New York. You gotta like 5 people pay for it.
Yeah,
true.
that's facts.
But I mean, I've talked to Grace about it. If I go to Washington, like for a couple of years, like we'll be fine. We kind of talked about what it would look like. Obviously, it'd be probably hard sometimes, but we're just gonna like keep FaceTiming as much as we can, calling, because I mean that's all you really can do. But yeah, try to visit as much as we can. But also, that if I stay around here, obviously I'll be around like near her. But after college, I don't know. She said she's always like willing to, like we're both willing to like compromise. So I don't really know what that means. Like we go there for a few years, then go somewhere else, or we go somewhere else and then there for a few years. But
After
yeah.
college is also 2 years away. Like you might have a career you're enjoying,
Yeah.
or she might find something really good. And when she's graduating, like I don't know.
that's true.
So
We both know. We kind of like it's not. We don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll figure it out. We know.
So we're talking about location of living a lot. Dream like state, or if you have like a city or whatever in mind to stay where you're going.
I mean, I've always wanted to go west for me. Like, I've always thought about Colorado and the mountains, but there's also plenty of other mountains. Honestly, Washington sounds pretty cool now. And I've seen a lot of crazy places in Montana, but there also isn't, like, a ton of, like, people there. Like, I don't know.
Who lives in Montana? No one lives in Montana.
Like, if Decatur had mountains in one side, the beach on the other, it'd be perfect, dude.
How much does Grace affect your decision between like going with your brother or staying here?
I'd say a decent amount. But she's also told me that she, like, will not trust me. What's the word?
support.
Yeah, support whatever like decision I have. But
So-
yeah, there's a lot of factors. Obviously, Grace is a big factor. All my friends here, my family.
So hypothetically, if Grace was not in the picture, would you be leaning more towards Washington?
Probably a little bit more, but I feel like I would still have all my friendships and friends or friendship and friends,
That's fair.
friends and family here. But like, yeah, obviously that plays more of a part into it. But it's like even if I stayed around here, still in the summers we would still be long distance,
True.
just because she lives in Florida. I don't know. Either way, these next couple of years would have been more challenging. But I think also just going to, like me and my brother, I feel like we got closer once we went to college, even though we lived together for like 18 years, like in the same room. So I just think this would be a really cool chance to like actually like, I don't know, get close with him again and just, I don't know. I feel like it'd be really cool. I think we'd probably be training every day, running together, lifting together, and just, I don't know, it'd be really cool.
How is this? It's his girlfriend, right?
What?
It's his girlfriend,
Yeah, she's from Washington.
and she's gonna be there with him.
I don't. That won't
Or
be
is
living
it-
together. I don't think.
So it'd just be you two living together.
Yeah, be us too.
Okay.
I think.
Because I guess that would also kind of not affect a ton, but it's like,
Yeah.
you know, if you're living with someone, like if you're cheating, living with your girlfriend, then it's like
Yeah.
a little bit less time for Caleb.
And they'll be making decent money because he's going to be a firefighter, and firefighters in Washington make one of the highest salaries at firefighter. I think it is this highest state for salaries in firefighting. He's going to start pretty high. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's pretty high.
Is it in like the city, or is it?
I'm not
I don't know
quite.
if I asked
I
that.
think he said it was in the. I don't know how you pronounce this, but the Issaquah area.
Okay.
There's a couple different areas he said it was around. I don't know which one exactly would be in. But yeah, that's gonna be fun.
No.
I've thought about becoming a firefighter as well. So if I do that, I just need to start that process. Because my dad is one too. So yeah, we'll see.
Interesting.
I'll just go become
So
Dayton's personal like masseuse and just kiss her. So we'll see. I don't
Well, I'm hoping he chooses that option.
know.
I'm hoping for you.
I can call Eli's right now if we want.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
You got the digits.
I forgot I actually still had it. I just don't have her label.
Eliz defer.
Oh, she's not podcast.
Is she gonna answer?
I will.
Did she say we could call?
No, but she responded to me and gave me. I asked her for her number, and she texted me, so I assume that means it's okay to call. So I'm gonna call. You better pick up, Eliz.
Eliz, if you don't pick this up, we're coming for your family.
We're coming for Chorus.
Yeah, we're coming for Tussie.
Eliz will actually have some interesting stuff to say because she has some like cool summer plans. Screw you.
Oh, I thought she said what?
She'll call me back.
Is she doing the camp again?
Yeah.
Fire.
So we can, if she calls me and let her talk about that for a bit.
This is slightly random. I don't know if Gibby ever decided what she's going to do in the summer.
I have no idea what she's up
She
to.
had like 2 options that she could decide by like 3 days later. Don't know what she decided.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
I'll ask.
Dima, are you still early? Now that you're, are you planning the summer trip thing or whatever you guys do for that cross country, or is that out of your hands now?
That's out of my hands. I'm letting the younger guys take care of that.
Nice.
They've planned it. I don't know how well it's going to turn out. Like, I don't know how many people are going to show up. So we'll see.
You think that's gonna be? Is that due to the younger people planning, or just like coincidence of like kind of stuff happening?
Some of it's coincidence. Like Cordis is an RA, and like there's some other things. Also, like the women probably will not be there with us because they're doing their own little camp. Because a lot of them, a lot of them can't do it that like the normal weekend we do it, and the guys want to do it that weekend. So I think it's gonna be separated by gender, and then also I do also believe like they got I should say that. I will just say like the people like playing it, it's not the most organized in the world. Like me and Jake kind of had it organized by now in the past, so I think people are just kind of unsure and like
you guys are also building.
Really, oh, she's calling back.
She's calling back.
Yep. Hi, Eliz.
Hello, Brayden.
I'm gonna forewarn you. You are gonna be on Caleb's podcast. You are on speaker, so.
Caleb, I'm Colin's podcast.
And Caleb and Caleb and Colin and Caleb's podcast.
Oh, okay.
So we just wanted to call and chat. We had to call Cordis, and we were like, oh, we have to call Eliz too.
Uh-huh.
He said some interesting things.
He did say some very interesting
Oh, he
things.
said some interesting things.
Yes. Would you like to hear?
Sure.
One of them is one of his goofiest or like sillier memories he remembers is the baseball house incident.
Yeah.
And he also said he wouldn't go back and change a thing.
Oh, okay.
We also asked him what his favorite memories here at Milliken were. You were not in any of them.
That tracks.
I thought you should know. So I guess going off that, what are your favorite memories here at Milliken so far? This is junior, or I guess now going to be senior Elizabeth Hewlett.
Oh boy, you're really putting me on the spot. Low-key, I feel like playing Assassins, especially like in the earlier years, top tier memory.
Like when I carried her to a win.
Good. When Dayton carried you to a win, that's what he just said.
Bruh. Okay,
When the water gun
that's
carried
not
you
what I
to a
said. That's not what I said. But, yeah. But no, that was always fun. And just like getting to, I don't know, just spending time with people, like random little things.
What about
I don't know.
Cordis?
Yeah, what about Cordis? Where does he fall in?
Probably about like number 10.
Number 10. Hey, top 10.
That might be higher than Cordis's, to be honest.
Yeah, it probably is.
This is probably true.
We also wanted to ask you about your summer plans, because I know you have interesting summer plans.
Oh, yes.
So, like, just tell us about it.
I'm going to work at a summer camp in New Hampshire. I am doing like photography and video and social media.
Oh.
It's an all-girls camp. It's low-key a bunch of like rich girls from New York, which is kind of like not the best thing I could be doing with my like time. Fine. It's like entertaining. Yeah.
That sounds fun. Are you like gonna be sleeping with them?
Yeah. Well, like phrase it differently and yeah.
Are you gonna learn new skills for the Milliken drag team?
I'll do my best. Do my darndest.
Didn't you meet like a British best friend or something?
Yeah, I have one of my best friends is from England, and one of my other best friends is from Australia.
Oh, you went before?
She went last year.
Yeah.
Do they talk like this?
Huh?
Do they talk like this now?
Like, no.
Oh.
So if you
Not
had
like that at all.
if you had to put them in a fight between a British or an Australian, which one would win?
True.
And why?
Oh. Well, I feel like Australians, you got like you got like a wild environment, you know, you're growing up in. You got the kangaroos and all that. Then you got
But the British, they have a ton of
the
knives.
snakes. Like she's learning things. Like there'd be like a.
They know how to
small spider.
swashbuckle.
Yeah, they're not scared of spiders.
They know how to like swashbuckle. Like they're kind of angry about some tea in the water, and like they defend themselves from knife attacks. So like
But the British, they're just mean. They just be like fighting scrappy.
they can really bite you. They have some gnarly teeth.
They do have some gnarly teeth sometimes.
Oh.
So which one are you taking in a fight?
I feel like I gotta say the Brit.
The Brit?
Maybe controversial, yeah.
Is
Wow.
there a reason behind it?
They just have more determination, more anger in their little bodies.
Can I ask you another question, Elis?
Okay.
Do you think you and Cordis will get married?
Maybe not.
Do you
Never
think
know.
it'll be in the next? Do you think if you were to propose, it would be after you graduate or before?
Ring by spring?
I feel like probably not ring by spring. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I would want to like test it in an environment outside of just college.
Yeah.
You're
Before I
telling
was, like,
me
sure
that
about
SAE room with a long closet isn't good enough?
No.
No.
You're in his closet, or
What if
were.
he proposed to you in that closet?
That would be an interesting experience, and I would hope that there was a good reason why.
Would you say yes?
Maybe.
Oh.
If he, would
That's
you
just
say
more than we
yes?
got at Cordis.
If he walked you around campus and like went through your memories and Nash proposed to you, would you say yes?
Bruh, y'all are all about this. Jesus Christ. Like, probably, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Elis, rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 on next to be proposed to.
Oh.
That's
a weird
technically
question.
It's a 2 to 10.
That's a really... Oh, so, okay.
Because Jake, or I guess Alyssa's 1.
Who's in this pool? Like, people we know?
Yeah, the same
Okay.
people on the team.
So, like, all the people we know, like, all the couples you
For
know.
women on the team.
Yeah, from the women. I guess, just the women on the team, I guess? Then?
Well, I guess to be proposed to.
To be proposed to. So, where do you think you fall on that?
On cross or track?
Track.
Like, everybody, okay.
Track's fine.
Are we
I
counting?
would say like a solid, like, 4 or 5, just because I'm in a relationship that's lasted more than a year.
Fair.
True.
4 or 5. So, who do you think beats you out? You have, obviously, a list, but then you have 2 or 3, and then maybe 4.
Somehow I feel like Turby and Ashlyn are already there.
What?
Maybe controversial.
What?
Turby and who?
What?
Who?
Or not. Oh.
You. I was like, what? Oh my gosh.
Turfy and
Audrey?
Keep it together, yeah. Y'all need to chill.
Remember, we got
Bro,
Rye,
you need
too.
to chill.
Rye.
Matchmaker?
Who else?
We got like Katie,
Rye, Katie. You have Emma,
Elena.
Andy, Elena.
Hannah
Faith,
Bima. I guess Bima doesn't count.
Hannah.
Skaggs. Or Hannah.
Yeah, I'm naming the girls.
This guy.
Lily.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said Hannah and Skaggs are above you?
Yeah, I would say so.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't think Katie and Rye are above you?
No, I do.
Oh, you do? So you're going to put yourself at a 5, and those are the 3 above you?
Sure.
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 I'm
This
just.
is a weird ranking system, but yeah.
Yeah, it is a weird ranking system.
Yeah, I didn't really just kind of shot the question.
You
out there.
did just kind of
Didn't
shoot the
think about it.
question.
So I guess for the podcast, some more canon lore is Jake and I must have Jake and Elis. Wow, Jake and Alyssa are engaged now. So
Jake and Alyssa are engaged.
What about that, though?
I just for the podcast.
Yeah,
that was for the
oh,
podcast.
You haven't told them that yet?
No, we haven't actually. That never came up in our conversations.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
we just started that.
We've been talking a lot about random things. I talked about my whole love situation and
Yeah.
He said
Oh,
love
boy,
situation.
your whole love situation.
It's about
Yeah.
dating and
Wow.
Frenchie. Oh, love situation,
Okay,
Dima.
hey,
Talk
hey,
about that
all right,
one.
chill.
You
Okay,
love her.
Shut up. I'm not.
Give me nugs. Yeah, I
Stop.
give me nugs.
No, let's not. No, I didn't mean like that. Okay.
He said he would live in New York for a year.
That's not what I said. That's what Cordis said.
Hey, calm down, man. It's not that big of a deal.
If you did, that'd be very manly of you and attractive, and I bet she would love you so much.
Oh, I'm sure she would love me for that.
Mimo, you gotta give it a chance, bro.
I'm giving it a chance.
You gotta give New York a chance.
Oh my gosh.
Elis, what's your opinion on their relationship?
I am happy for them, and I will support them in whatever endeavors they choose.
Do you think they're cute together?
I mean, I set them up, so like, yeah.
Eliz did set us up.
He said that.
I am the originator of this relationship.
Oh, yeah.
This is her fault.
He said that you didn't. He thought that you were like more involved with Emily, but Emily didn't know that you had set it up though.
Yeah, no.
That's funny.
I was mad at her for that.
I was just trying to get her a Valentine's Day date, and I texted Jake, and I was like, Jake, out of all of the people on this campus, who do we think Emily Moore can go on a Valentine's Day date with? And finally, we landed on Vivo after going through a lot of options.
I was sitting there in that room too, and I knew my name was going to get brought up.
Hey, look what happened though. You found your future wife.
There you go.
and-
Boom.
Okay, let's chill out. Let's chill out.
He found his everything.
Matchmaker Eliz.
Matchmaker
Eliz,
Eliz.
lucky for you, Dayton's in the car needs a match.
Dayton
Yeah.
is in the
Yeah,
car.
okay.
And Colin too.
Colin, yeah.
Do you have any
Yeah.
cute friends you can set them up with? Like
Okay,
the Brit?
I'll start.
Does the Brit need a boyfriend?
I'm of an Aussie type.
Ozzy? Does the Ozzy need a boyfriend?
Or type
No.
No?
Oh.
No, doesn't work.
Me and Colin gonna take out some foreigns.
Oh. Take the foreign first spin.
You got anyone cooking in your mind right now for these two?
No, you gotta let it simmer. man.
Let it simmer?
Let it simmer.
Yeah.
Alright, you gotta let us know on
Is this
that.
a simmer or is this a
I'll
crock
work
pot
back.
type
Yeah,
situation?
Yeah, you gonna like let it sit in the crock pot for like multiple hours or just like simmer? Stew, make some stew? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let her cook.
Hey, yeah, if you need more Valentine's Day dates next year, we got some singles we can set them up with, so.
Okay, perfect.
Hey, we're trying to change the narrative before Valentine's Day.
Before Valentine's Day? Okay. You heard that first, Eliz. Before Valentine's Day. He's looking for a
Okay,
Christmas date.
Date to Jairus' wedding.
When's Jerry's wedding?
It's like right after. It's like right before Christmas.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
that's a
date to
perfect
Jerry's
opportunity
wedding.
to ask your girl just to go.
Amen. It is.
Facts.
But hey, it's gonna be done beforehand.
All right.
Hey, I
Eliz,
have
who
a
should we
question.
call next?
I have a question.
Oh, you have a
Oh, you have a
question?
question?
Oh.
Can you elaborate on the story of you stealing the poster of me and putting it in your bathroom like
Oh,
a freak?
I did already do that as the podcast, but I'll do it again real quick.
Believe this.
We took a tour of SAE, and we were walking around. I didn't really like the SAE house, like not really the nicest place in the world, but we were walking around,
You loved
and
it.
yeah, I actually wish I was part of the fraternity. I would fit in so well. And then we get to Chorus's room, and I'm looking through Chorus's room, and I hear, you say, you guys should check his closet. So we walk in, and we see this big picture of high school Eliz in his closet. We're like, all right, Chorus, that's a little weird. And then in my mind, I was like, I need to steal this. And so I walk back out of the room, look around, and then I'm like, I say out loud, I just want to go check out the closet. I didn't get to look that deep. I walk in, Aiden walks in with me, and I look at him, I'm like, guard the door. And I take the poster off the wall, and I rolled up and shove it in my pants. I don't know how. I only had to hide it.
Confused about how you did that.
Yeah, I don't know how I got away with that because I had to walk past you, Emily, and Cordis without anyone like saying anything. The rest of the guys can see it. Like Colin caught on really quickly,
I had no idea.
but like I shoved it in my pants, and
You shoved Eliz in your pants?
no,
Kinda.
she wishes, but and
Oh,
so we went and visited some.
No!
Oh, the phone fell.
Oh yes, let's fix that.
Imagine it hasn't been recording the whole time.
I saw it was.
We
A little higher.
yeah, sorry, we're fixing the camera right now, Eliz.
oh.
That's good.
So then we went to someone else's room, and I had to
Look
be
to my left.
as left. Wow.
Oh.
I had
We
to.
passed that thing earlier. That thing passed us earlier.
It did.
Anyway, yeah,
Okay.
that's when I flew.
So I sat down in a chair to hide it better, and then I kind of walked around. I kept my side away from the left side, which is what is on away from you guys as much as possible. I walked in the middle of the pack because you're just peeking out the bottom of my shorts too, or the top. Like it didn't fit fully, and I
That's what she
had
said. Or he said.
I had my hand on it sometimes, and I kind of walked out. I was really suspicious with Cordis. I was like, "All right, Cordis, have a nice night," because I requested to walk out a side door to make it just get out of there as soon as possible. And then I get around the corner. I don't think Cordis gonna see the corner, so I whip it out and show everyone. And then he takes a peek, and I just bolt. I bolt to my house. I beat him with my slides on, and he ended up saying it was fine. I could keep it.
Well, Cordis also yelled, "What did you steal?" and then started sprinting at him.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, he thought I actually stole something important, so I just stole Eliz, and he didn't really care. So,
He was like, I thought they were gonna be important, and then it was not, and it wasn't important. And I was like, no.
Wow, you're not important to him, he just said.
Can I
And
ask?
now it hangs in your bathroom.
well, I had to take it down, but it will hang in the new bathroom.
That's kind of sus.
That's kind of weird.
I just want to have Elis watch me when I go pee.
Is it facing the shower? Or?
Yeah, that Snapchat I got the other night was a little.
I sent her a video. I was pissing, so I sent her my stream, and I pan up to her poster.
That's insane.
Yeah, I was really sad I couldn't save that, so I could show it to people and be like, what?
That's actually insane.
Oh, I'll send you another one when I put it up in the new house.
That is so freaky.
Okay, great.
Colin had a question.
Yes.
You forgot your question?
Yeah.
How'd you forget
What
your
was I
question?
asking?
I don't know.
Oh,
I was talking about stealing Elis, or I don't know if that helps. Stealing Elis from course. Oh, someone else is calling me. I'll call him back in a sec.
You know who it is?
No.
Because he has no number saved in his phone.
Is this Elis, or is Elis still on call?
No, it's someone else.
Elis?
Elis is here.
Okay, Elis is here. Yeah, someone else call me. I'll just call them back. Hey. Oh, that may be Brock. Alright.
Bimo.
What? Oh! No way!
What?
Oh, okay, so, side note, I made a bet with Brock yesterday. He owes me $10 for every time he mentions Liz, or, Liv, not Liz. Liv, his ex-girlfriend. Or, I owe him $50 if he goes the whole trip without saying it. Well, he already talked about Liv, so I get $10 and I'll get more on this trip. So, that's a dub.
Fire.
Colin, did you remember your question?
No, there's a cop behind me though.
Cop behind you? Okay. So
I'm not buckled up.
Colin has to be more careful.
I gotta sit back.
I think,
scared.
honestly, I think in the back you're allowed to not buckle up.
It's only in some states.
Oh, really? Well, we're in one of the more lax states, Kentucky. So, hey, Kentucky, that's where my girlfriend lives.
Dude, is it?
She's way too far.
We should call her.
Bowling Green is too
Crazy
far. I'll ask
side
to call her
quest.
if you want. Actually,
Okay.
we can call her. Okay. Yeah. All right, Elis. Do you have anything else, or we're gonna hang out?
No, that's all. That's all.
Okay.
Podcast.
Bye, Elis.
All right. Bye, Elis. Thank
Bye,
you.
Elizabeth.
You were more fun than Cordis.
Yeah, a lot more fun.
Oh, I'm keeping that in my back pocket. Thank you.
All right. First, I'm gonna see who called me.
That was actually fun.
Just so you guys
Not that
know,
I didn't think it would be fun, Elis. If you ever watch this.
just so you guys know, both groups have already stopped at like a different spot, like a gas station or something.
Really?
That's fine.
The one
I-
group stopped a while ago.
We're having a good time right now.
We could also call
I'm
Grace.
chilling. I'm not doing too bad. Right
Yeah, I'm not doing bad.
We could also
Hello?
call Grace.
Hello.
What's up, Bimo?
What's up?
Where about are you?
It's Brock.
We just passed Cherry Blossom.
We're
Your
in
mom's
Kentucky,
house.
but we're not at Lexington yet. We're on our way to Lexington.
I think so too. Are you on like I-70 or I-64?
We went the Cincinnati
We're
route
75.
on accident.
Okay.
We're on I-75.
Brock, I heard you owe me $10.
What?
I heard you owe me $10. You couldn't even go a whole day, dude.
Can I explain? Can I explain before you fucking laugh at me?
Okay, go ahead.
So we were talking about Tinder, right? And I was like, oh yeah, like, I remember like funny story, guys. Liv told me to make a Tinder in front of her to see how many likes I would get because I was telling her I was ugly.
And
And
so,
then Derek's like, oh, does that count? And I'm like, does that count? It's a story. It's fine, but I guess it does count because I brought her up.
you did bring her up.
Dude, that's fine. I don't care. It was fucking worth it. It's not like I was saying like, oh, I miss Liv or whatever. It was just a funny story, so I don't care about it.
All right. Well, don't forget, every time you mention her is $10 though.
I know. I don't even get money out of it anymore because I lost it.
I know, but you're gonna be losing money, so be careful.
I know. Yep. All right. Bye.
Bye, Brock.
Bye.
He's gonna spiral.
All right, I'm gonna ask Emily if we can call her.
Dude, I hope we can. I want to hear her perspective.
On Bimo,
Yes.
I want to see what she finds so dreamy about this man.
I know what she finds dreamy about this man. I see him every day.
I want to see
I
what
thought you were
she
gonna give us
sees,
some
though.
tea, Caleb. I said, oh, I know what she did.
I see what she sees, you know. I would date Bimo.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
The phone's down.
oh, the phone's down.
I can't fix it.
I got it. We've been going for 54 minutes so far.
Fire.
We're on pace to be the longest podcast.
And it feels pretty natural too.
Yeah, I know. Did it just get like 10 degrees hotter in here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
felt
just
that too.
turned off the AC for a second.
Yeah, turn that.
I'll just turn it up.
back on.
on mine.
I'm sorry, Colin, if
You're
you're
good.
cold.
I just got like slightly chilly.
What shall we talk about while we're waiting?
For tech.
We could also call Grace.
She would definitely.
She would like that.
She definitely would.
Then do it then.
You can call her.
I can't.
No, you can't.
So,
Oh,
Uh,
I forgot about that.
I mean, I can call her.
but I'm definitely down to call Emily as well.
Yeah, we'll see if Emily responds in like the next couple minutes. We'll
Dude,
says yes.
just give her a call. I bet she'll like that. Be like, oh, Beamer was calling.
I just asked her.
she'll jump up.
My car wants to call you. What do you think? And I told her she'd be live on Caleb's podcast.
Now you're gonna
I
have
told her I
all
think it'd be
nervous.
entertaining.
Does anybody have the location of the other cars? 'Cause I definitely think we're.
They're behind us.
Yeah. We can stop up in this either Georgetown's fairly big or what's it called in front of us?
Yeah, I've
The
low,
bigger one.
Lexington.
You need to stop
We
it.
can maybe do Lexington.
I've low key been holding a pee in for like the last 2 hours.
Yeah, because you chug so much.
We'll see if
I
Emily
did.
responds. And we can like chat with her and then maybe.
Well, it's also been
talk
like
about
5
stuff
hours
after.
of driving.
That's true. I'm just built different, I guess.
Yeah, it's a lot different when you're driving. It's like you don't. I feel like I don't need to pee as much. Of course, I would say that I need to pee.
She said that's a scary proposition. She didn't say no though.
Let's call
I
her.
say
Just
call her then.
Call her and then we'll talk about it. And then she doesn't want to be on it.
I'm gonna call her.
Do we mention that you should have her number?
Nah, it's up to you.
What?
Yes, I already.
That is crazy.
Say hey.
Look
Google.
at the people's cheesing.
Hi, you're on speaker right now,
Hi, Emily.
and on Caleb's podcast.
How we doing?
How are you doing today? So the car is Colin, Dayton, Caleb, and myself.
Oh, exciting. Okay, so what am I going to talk about?
They have some questions for you, I
So,
guess.
First off, has Bimo told you about the podcast? Are you aware that we had a podcast?
I've heard that you have a podcast, yes. Also,
Okay.
I'm outside, so maybe you can hear the rain.
No, we can't actually.
Okay, first.
We're getting close to Lexington, Kentucky. I know that's not close to where you are, but we're in Kentucky right now.
Oh,
Can you
far.
feel it in your heart?
That Bimo's close to you?
Not quite yet, but now that he's near Lexington, it's starting, yeah.
So we talked to Beamo about how you two lovebirds came together.
All right.
But I wanted to hear your perspective.
Like, start to finish?
Yeah, sure.
Well, not the finish to where it is now.
Okay.
You can share as much or as little as you want. Don't feel like you have to share
Okay.
like everything.
Well, my friend Liz, she contacted, I believe, Jake, and she was trying to find someone to go out with for Valentine's Day because I signed up for the like random lasso thing on campus that they did, the matching, and I was not, I didn't want to go out with the person I could match with. And so she was like, you know what, I still really want Emily to have a Valentine's Day date. And so she set some criteria, and it's my impression that you all, amongst yourselves / Jake, were like, Bemo's the man for the job. And so then, after ballet class one day, I got a very bold email through my Milliken email. I was like, hello, what is this? And I was, like, why would I say no? I have to be spontaneous and spur of the moment. This is what I was wanting in the first place, was a random date with someone I kind of know. And so I said yes. And then later I found out that Bimo thought that I was in on it, and I did not know at all.
Yep.
So that's okay. And then we went to Anna's High and got Culver's, and it was good. And then, I don't know, we just started texting and started going out a little bit. Took him to my sorority formal. That was a big night.
Oh.
Oh, there's the thunder, yeah. I'm gonna go inside, that's really loud.
It just started raining here too.
Yeah,
it's raining here
It's been a
too.
little drizzle.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very, very stormy here today. But, yeah, I don't know what else you really need. Just,
Well, so Beamo was saying there was a couple "What Are We" talks. Like, were you nervous to bring those up to him, or what? How did those go?
I don't really know if I'd say nervous. People can tell you this. I am very much someone that is just like, well, I am upfront and I am very forward. Very
Yeah, that's what he did
straightforward.
say.
Well,
He said that. He said he liked
to
that.
happen, it'll happen, and I'll say it. And in
Yeah.
that situation, it's like, okay, I'm about to graduate my senior year. If I want to use my time really wisely and spend it with people that I really think are adding to my life,
Ooh.
I don't want to waste it. So,
Yeah.
and are you going to be a person that wastes it, or are you going to be a person that values it? So,
Hey, BMO, had a boy.
Yep, thank you, Caleb.
That was another question. So you both mentioned the email. What did you think of that email? Like, did you like that move, or would you have preferred like DMs or what?
I thought it was hilarious. I was like, there's no way I'm just going to inbox email asking me out for Valentine's Day. I think the boldness of the email helped, honestly. I think I was like, okay, he wrote a whole email, I have to say yes.
So a tip to all the young single men
Colin.
is send an email instead of like a DM or a snap.
He's asking for a friend.
Yeah, I'm asking for a friend, not me.
Tip to all the young single men is be clear, be communicative, and be forward.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you for that. Even though I don't need it anymore.
Some of our audience might.
Yeah.
And for all of you in the car, be godly.
Be godly. Yes.
Oh yes.
Good.
Thank you for that. I had a question and it just left me.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'm gonna remember it in the next 20 seconds, but
You can also ask us questions, Emily, if you have anyone in that
True.
car questions.
oh,
You have it, Caleb?
it wasn't really a question, more of a, do you have any young ladies, or I guess not too young for these these single boys in the car, aka Colin and Dayton?
6 hours and 5 minutes to Route I-126
How old are Colin and
for
Dayton?
downtown Columbia.
Colin is 21,
Almost 20.
almost 21, and Dayton is 20.
We're a junior.
I'll
Wait,
ponder.
gonna be a senior and gonna be a junior.
I'll think about it.
Yep.
At the current moment,
Think about it.
but
Yeah, that's fine if you gotta
you
think
never
about it.
know.
That's what Elis said, too. She's going to let it cook.
Yeah.
We already called Elis, by the way.
Oh, what'd she say? What did you ask her
We
about?
grilled... the phone.
We grilled Eliz on Cordis as well.
Yeah.
If they're gonna get married and all that.
Crap.
We talked about Bima moving to New York.
We also called Cordis earlier, and he said his bold prediction is I'm going to spend a year in New York. And he said, and I quote, a big city.
Well, I've been on spending many years in New York, so that's not a crazy prediction. Wow. So, no more questions for me? I'm off the hot seat.
What is it that you like about Bimo?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Well, he's hardworking. He is very passionate about the things that he likes. He has a strong relationship with God. He's willing to, like, talk about things and then, like, work on it. I like gingers.
All right.
Oh, that's the proof we need.
He was a ginger!
I don't know. He's kind and he's caring. Good things. So.
I agree with you.
Yes, I did.
And he's just so sexy.
Yeah, that was the ginger part. Did you not hear me?
Nice. And he likes board games.
Question. Yeah, I actually do really like board games too. But question for your car then. What was it like? What was your all's perception or like impression when I first started like hanging out with you?
All three of you have to speak.
No.
I want some honest.
So you want straightforwardness. You want some boldness.
Okay, I can go first. I don't know how much this might be true or not, but to me, I felt like, from my point of view, it seemed like Beeman was interested, but then at the same time, I was like, it seemed like he's just playing with you because he hadn't committed. He was kind of like pulling to me with Grace at first, as well, because he just kept hanging out with her, but nothing was like happening. Like you guys weren't dating. But then when he started dating, I was like, okay. But yeah, that was my first impression. Was like, I was like, oh, I'm excited for him, and then I was like, well, he needs to stop this because he needs to make a decision. That was my first impression.
Continue on I-75 south
I
for
think
Richmond
it's
to
on there.
Knoxville.
Thank you.
That's very similar to what I thought.
Yeah.
Like same exact thing.
Oh, that's convenient.
I didn't have like a straight up opinion because like I won't lie to you, Emily. I had no clue who you were. Like I knew your name and like what you looked like, but other than that, that's kind of it. But like I knew that you were making my friend happy because like he very clearly like liked hanging out with you because he kept doing it. And it's like you made him happy, and that's all like I kind of cared about. If that makes sense. Like obviously, like if you made him happy and you were treating him bad, then I might be like, no, but like you were obviously treating him good. So it's like there wasn't a question there for me that's like you're making him happy, and it's like you check those boxes, like you make him happy, you're a godly woman. And so it's like those boxes were good. Like there wasn't any red flags. It was like, you know what, I'm down for it. Female is too. Not like it really matters, but like, you know what I mean.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Dayton, Mr. Sack.
Well, I thought she basically did everything right, and then you were fumbling. Like you were trying everything in your power to fumble.
That's
and
facts.
we were like, Bimo, what are you doing? Like this is like such a
Thank
great
you,
opportunity. And every Thursday we would have a physics lab, and our entire lab group would just like grill Bimo about like what he needs to do better in the situation and how he needs to commit. And then he would always put it off, and then it just would get worse every week and week. And then now we're here. So maybe that helped or something. I don't know. But
No, I enjoyed that perspective. Thank you.
Can I tell you something kind of creepy?
Sure.
So one day I think it was after. It was after track FCA, and Bimo left to go hang out with you at the Pi-Fi house, and we were watching him leave through the window. But what we noticed that when like we were kind of like watching the house, watching Bimo.
Oh no.
We saw
Is
that
all my
when he.
windows are off at all times?
What?
Is that you can see into my room?
Yeah, and we saw like you get really excited, and then you just ran downstairs or something, and we just saw you.
Use the right
Oh,
It's
okay,
like
well,
we were watching
being a stalker.
Bimo walk to like the house, and then like he kind of sat down on the you have a swing outside, I think it was a swing that you sat on.
We have a porch swing.
Yeah, and then he texted.
the volume all the way down.
I need the sound again.
Oh.
Like he clearly texted you, and you kind of like started bouncing around, like you were clearly like very excited.
And then we felt really creepy, and we're like, let's stop.
Yeah, but like we saw that part. So.
All right. Well.
So there's two things. One, we like how Bimo makes you excited, and two, please close your blinds.
Yeah, you listen. I really don't. We just kind of go for it.
Continue on I-75 south.
But that's okay. That's actually one of the only times that I've had somebody like tell me that they looked in my room and see it. So.
Because the rest of them were kind of creepy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Yeah. Young love.
Mm.
He mentioned the word love earlier.
Okay,
too.
all right, no,
Yeah,
no, that was out of context. Out of context.
Don't be so embarrassed. You're fumbling again.
It's early still. It's early.
Well, I enjoyed hearing all of your perspectives.
Of course.
Yeah, we enjoyed talking to you. I don't know if anyone else has
Thanks for
questions.
calling me. I wasn't expecting this morning. But...
Yeah, it's been fun.
Do you have any other questions for us?
Oh, I've got a question.
Derek, or
Derek, hey, D Money's got a question.
Okay. No, does the way Bimo eat, and like, does that, like, do you have anything to say about that?
Clarify what you mean.
Like, you sit down at a restaurant, and the way he digs into his food,
Like he eats like he's never eaten in like the past like 3 weeks.
Also, follow-up question: does he ask you to finish off what's left on your plate?
Okay, if I have stuff left on my plate, normally I offer. And then, no.
he might not do that around you.
It doesn't bother me. The only problem about it is that then he finishes, and when he's not eating, I am still eating, but I am also the person that talks. And so then he'll just sit and like stare at me.
Is it like a stare at you like, oh, like I'm madly in love with you stare, or is it like a I want to eat your food stare?
Maybe a little bit more the second one.
Okay.
I'd say it's in the
It's
middle.
probably like a little bit of both.
It's like the dog waiting by your
I'd
foot.
say it might be the food one.
Actually,
like,
yeah.
how have you not finished your food yet?
Because I've seen Bimo. I'll be eating with Bimo, and I finish, and he's kind of like looking at me. Then he looks at my plate, and then he looks at me again.
But no, it doesn't really bother me. It's kind of amusing sometimes. So.
That's good. That's good.
All right. Another question is,
Oh.
have you felt Bimo's hands before?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It sounds
Give me like
weird.
half a second to get in my car because I have to drive somewhere.
Okay.
Okay.
How should I phrase it?
The way you phrased it was terrible.
Okay, yeah, that does sound kind of crazy. Yeah,
I know what you're trying to get
I have
at.
a better way to phrase
I
it.
know what you're trying to get at, though.
But yeah, think for a second and then maybe rephrase
Okay.
the question.
Yeah. Can you rate Bemo's sweat levels on a scale of 1 to 10?
There you go.
Oh. I also have a couple friends with hyperhidrosis, so like.
Hey, I've not been diagnosed. Okay.
All right. Well, I
know-
also have a couple friends that for some reason also seem to have hands that sweat often.
Does it? I don't know. Does it bother you a lot?
No.
That's good. That's good. It doesn't bother me when I hold his hands either.
Does it bother you a lot to bring it up?
Well, every once in a while, I dap him up, and then it's like, oh wow. But like,
I usually would hit them with the "I'm sorry." Right when I do it.
but it's like also like if he wipes his hand down, like it sounds kind of gross, but it's like it's fine. Not gross, but like.
No, it doesn't bother me. I just wonder if it would. I just wonder.
I kind of want to know if you noticed it, or if like.
He's probably He's probably worse around you because he gets nervous.
Yeah, he does wipe his he wipes his hands a lot. So.
Yeah, I saw some cream BMO online.
Some cream.
It's supposed to like help with that. It said you put it on your hands. It's like carpe or something like that. It's called carpe. Maybe you could try it.
Maybe if we get it as a gift.
Yeah.
That was for you guys.
All right. Anyone got any more?
I think that's it for me.
Do you have any questions, Emily?
I mean,
It can be
on
about.
a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you guys for nationals?
10.
10.
A solid 10.
Actually 9.5 because I wish I was running. But
True.
yeah. But yeah, I'm really excited.
I think that's. I don't have any more questions.
Alrighty then.
And I also have to use final because I'm driving through the Kentucky months now. So.
What she said?
I don't know what
What'd
she
you
said.
say?
She's driving. That's all I heard.
Driving through the rain, probably.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you, Emily, for answering questions and hopping on
You're welcome.
and being honest.
Thank
Of
you.
course, I'm nothing if not honest.
Very true.
Drive safe. All right, BMO, say your goodbyes.
Yeah, bye, Emily. I miss you.
Oh!
Hey, Juicy Mike, stop.
I mean,
Actually,
I
yeah.
have to whip through 3 lanes of traffic.
Are we ending the podcast?
Actually, yeah, that could be good.
Sounds good to me.
Because it's
All right.
already like an hour 15.
Yeah.
We can do a part 2 later.
We can do part 2 later. Part 2, we'll call my girlfriend Grace. All right, guys, signing off. Peace and love. Anybody got final words?